People from other places think that all Asians play piano, study hard, and don't have a life.
I often skipped lunch or sat alone in the common room during my lunch period because I felt like no one wanted to sit with me. This continued for the first 5 months of school and continues to occur sometimes.
People are not as open as I thought they would have been to make friends.
I feel like we can't hang out with day students because we are international boarders.
The first year here, someone told me to go back to China. That was really offensive.
At orientation, all the whites just grouped together and hanged out while I was left alone.
Not having anywhere to sleep after the few parties I was invited to. Not having anything to do almost every single weekend. Having someone cancel plans only to make new plans with someone other than me.
When there is an odd number in class and no one wants to be on a team with me, I have to say, no worries, I can work on my own.
I walked through the hallway and someone made a bad joke about Hitler and Jewish people, and that hurt me a lot because I'm German, and of course I feel responsible for what my home country did.
No one made an effort to talk to me. Rumors were spread about me, and no one ever smiled back. One girl shut a door in my face. I didn't make a single day student friend until the very end of term 2.
I remember I barely knew anyone. I had nowhere to stay for the long weekend. No one asked me to come over. My guardian was away that weekend, and my friends from home were staying with people who didn't have any room left in their house. I felt alone, excluded, and unloved. I wanted to go home.
Where I live has been called not important.
As a new student, I sat down at a table, yet no one made any effort to talk to me, let alone recognize me.
Everyone gets caught up in their own world and doesn't pay any attention to meeting new people. It's too hard to fit in.
I shouldn't have to wait till my S2 year to be friends with day students.
Never having a partner in gym class for the first term and a half.
When I sit in one particular class, no one sits next to me until there are no more seats left, so they are forced to.
In gym class, my classmates never pass the ball to me.
When day students say the international students are always stuck together, we want to make friends with you guys too.
A teacher teased the pronunciation of my name scornfully during morning gating.
Being asked why international students hate day students.
When I say something in English in the class, other classmates are always giggling at my accent.
Never knowing about weekend events like parties or get-togethers.
I am always the last to be chosen as a partner. People do not like to sit next to me in class. Being called random. Sitting alone at lunch and watching people in my class walk by.
Sometimes I feel like people don't want to get to know me. Maybe I'm weird.
Appleby in general.
Everyone said hi to me. Smiley face.
After the orientation talent show, the international prefect gave me a warm hug and said to me, "I am so proud of you." That made me feel welcomed.
People in my classes showed interest in my nationality, background, language, and story. They were all very supportive.
People smiled and said hello. They asked where I was from, and they were interested. The border community supports each other.
When I was sitting alone in the dining hall having lunch, and a senior guy just sat beside me and started talking to me.
When a grade 7 asked me my name.
The time I felt like I belonged here was the time day students started talking to me.
When it was take a boarder home weekend, and 2 boarders asked to take me home.
A teacher spoke to me in my native language. It reminded me of home.
They said I'm beautiful.
Getting invited to a party.
A family I went over for a weekend had a family dinner, and when I asked if I could have some more water, they told me I can take anything I want out of their fridge. I should feel like I'm at home.
Being invited to sit with day students in my first days at Appleby.
Was invited to a day girls' home for the weekend.
A friend invited me over.
I was late and came back after the mandatory move-in date in September. Someone hugged me and welcomed me back when they saw me, although we had never talked before.
People invited me to sit with them during lunch when I first got here and didn't know anyone.
When someone chose me as their partner in class, even though there were many other options.
Someone ate lunch with me.
When day students invite me to an event or their house.
I feel welcomed as an international student when others show interest to my culture and language.
Realizing that someone actually knew my name.
When I sat alone in the dining hall, someone came and sat with me. The day after, that person said hi to me in the hallway.
The ones where like someone actually sat with me during
Yeah.
dinner or something. Like, that shouldn't be a positive thing. That should be an expectation.
Someone actually knew my name. Like that shouldn't be a surprise.
I couldn't believe the lengths of time that would go by that they felt lonely. Like the one where it said 5 months before they made any friends with day students, or like just how lonely that must be.
It's also affecting their health. Like someone skips lunch just so that they don't have to go through the embarrassment of sitting alone. Like that's awful.
I'm gonna be frank. As an international boy, I thought it was part of the culture. Like I didn't recognize this until this actually has happened to a lot of people I know, but I thought it was just the culture of Canada, and I just have to bear through it. But I'm so happy that we're doing this now. But after hearing this, it's happened so I can put a name to every person that this thing happened to, and I didn't think that it could be changed until now. I just thought it was a culture, and I've had to every year in boarding this happens, but I didn't think that it could change, and I thought it was just a culture. I just thought it was something that people had to tolerate. So I am so happy with what we're doing now. It only gets better from here.
It's shocking that you thought that was the Canadian culture. To exclude people, that's actually shocking. I had no idea.
So the hardest part for me is we only have 3 weeks left, so it's not us that's gonna be able to make it the change.
Yeah.
We've already had our time, so now it's the next year's series.